Mexico's president struck a stronger tone in response to President-elect Trump's tariff threat, writing in a letter to Trump that imposing tariffs against Mexico will kill jobs in both countries, and hinting that her country would retaliate with its own tax increases on American imports.
In addition to that possibility, there are a lot of questions surrounding the threat of tariffs and whether we'll actually see them roll out when President-elect Donald Trump takes office in January.
And if they do, how will they impact the typical U.S. household? Joining us to talk about it this afternoon is Rice University professor Mark Jones. Mark, thanks for spending some time with us this afternoon. We just heard the breakdown from NBC News about how the president-elect is justifying massive tariffs on goods coming in, not just from China, but now also Canada and Mexico. How will this impact wallets here at home?
Well, if it actually occurs, it would have a pretty dramatic impact on the prices Americans pay for a wide range of goods, ranging from fruits, vegetables, to things like automobiles. These are our three largest trading partners. We import about a third of our imports from Mexico and Canada, and another 15% from China. So if this were to go through, we all would be paying more in prices if we could even get the product.
Our three largest trading partners, it could be a couple of weeks, Mark, before the tariffs he declares on day one will actually take effect. Is that enough time for these countries to work out some sort of arrangement with the U.S. that could lower those tariffs?
Well, I think if the president is doing this primarily to get them to change their immigration policies, and to a lesser extent their drug policies related to fentanyl in terms of preventing it coming into the United States, there is time, because it may not be required that they actually solve the problem, but that they're making good progress to ramping up their internal borders, their internal security related to immigrants, to prevent, say, particularly Mexico, but also Canada being used as a launching pad for undocumented immigrants to come in the United States, as well as a source of fentanyl coming in as well.
In his first term, President Trump got rid of NAFTA. He replaced it with the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. That agreement made Mexico and Canada exempt from tariffs. So how would he get around that?
Well, he would effectively have to blow up the MCA, which is one of his real signature achievements in regard to foreign policy during his first term. It's not due for renegotiation until 2026. So if he unilaterally imposed these tariffs, it would effectively be blowing up the treaty, and we would probably see Mexico and Canada retaliate with their own tariffs.
Last question before we let you go. Given the negative impacts that could result here, do you think the president-elect will ultimately follow through with this?
Well, it's a game of chicken with Mexico and China and Canada, in the sense that if they believe he may go through with it, they're going to be more likely to do things to block immigration and block the transfer of fentanyl to the United States. But if he does go through with it, then that could have a devastating effect on the pocketbooks of Americans. And we've had inflation going down over the past few months. It would start to rise back up again if tariffs were imposed and prices increase for fruits, vegetables, as well as manufactured goods.
Certainly something we'll continue to keep a close eye on. Professor Mark Jones with Rice University, thanks for your time.
Thank you.